And speaking of fame, let's see which mature students are in class today.
You've got big dreams. You want fame? Well, fame costs. And right here is where you start paying for it. In sweat. I look like Jamie Afro off the X Factor.
You have to say fame was fantastic, though. Do you remember the poster when they do that with the legs? Well, I used to go and cut my head out and put it on the poster.
I was at Italia Conti, which was actually a stage school, and I thought, you know, when they do all that heart lunch and they're all on the tables and they're giving it all that, and I thought it's bound to be like that at my school. And I went in, there was just a dinner lady with a fag hanging out of her mouth, going, spag bowl. That was it.
Nothing like having a fame pyjama party where we all went round to my friend Nicolette, not Nicolette Sheridan, she's from Desperate Housewives, Nicolette Johnson's house, and we all sat and watched the video. Then we put the record on. Yes, it was the old days of records, and we all jumped around looking not dissimilar to that, actually.
Did you fancy it? Because I always wanted to be cool and not fancy Leroy, and it was that Bruno. Do you remember Bruno?
Yes, he was the taxi driver.
What, in the show, was he?
In the show, and he put the radio on the taxi, and that's when everyone went mental.
Yeah. I tried to recreate that in Crouch End, but it didn't work when I was in drama school. Not quite the same pull as New York.
There was also that cello player, that Laurie Singer. That when they did the dance routines, she couldn't really do it, could she?
No, but she could do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved
that was the look I was going for in that film. You just saw that. I did look a little bit more like Jordan and her Eurovision.
Sherrie looks like Dick Emery.
Laurie McMenemy.
Anyway, Mrs. Can I just say I was very impressed with your little leaps and jumps there, because you don't look a day over 40 Lala. It's her birthday today. So it's not today, but it's been this week.
Yes,
You've been
and
celebrating
I am properly
your birthday.
over 40 now.
Okay, 40 Lala.
46 I am, actually.
Well, we've got a little present for you, which all of us girls chipped in to get, and because we thought we're not going to be outdone by Paul and Beau, we got you this, and we just hope that it's the right size. We seem to think it is. There it is. For Lisa Maxwell. I think it's a bit big.
Oh, that's so sweet. I might need it taken in, though, a little bit.
Now, we're only pulling your leg. We've actually got you this.
Oh, that's
and
lovely.
now this is for you, but Paul might enjoy it as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello, girls.
No,
Oh,
look
my
at
love,
that.
that's lovely.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, my life.
Lisa.
That's good. I should be getting straight home today, dears. Thank you so much. That's lovely. I don't know if I can fill that. What size is it?
Size tiny.
Oh, it is size tiny. Thank you. No padding necessary.
Well, I'm sure he'll like you in this just as much as that.
Thank you.
OK, while Christmas thing, I can't speak today. While filming the Christmas special of Cranford, Dame Judi Dench lost a crown on her tooth and had to make a dash for the dentist. She said there wasn't time to change, so I was still in my wig and my bonnet, and the dentist said, "You busy at the moment?" So it was the kind of thing that begs the question: have you ever had a Dame Judi Dench moment and found yourself in a certain place wearing completely inappropriate clothes?
Yeah, I do remember, and it was years ago, and I was doing pantomime at Bury St Edmunds, and I was really poorly, and I had this sort of horrible flu-y thing. Anyway, I was halfway up the beanstalk, and this is before Jack got rich.
So it was Aladdin
right?
then?
He was
in your
poor.
poor clothes.
I was in my poor clothes.
Right.
And Jack was halfway up, and I turned out I had pleurisy, and I collapsed and fell. And suddenly I was being stretchered through Bury St Edmunds General in me Jack and the Beanstalk costume. And apparently I was hallucinating, going, "But I have to get back up the beanstalk, the beanstalk, like this, and me little. And it wasn't even Jack's walk-down costume, it was the rags.
Oh, dear.
I know.
Oh, well, I didn't actually get caught short myself, but I was doing panto again with it was Mother Goose, and it was this lovely little old lady that's played Goose for donkey's years, and apparently she's a dog in the summer or something. That's all she does, and. It's a bit odd, isn't it, actually? It's a bit strange. Anyway, she hurt her leg, and she's only like really tiny little old lady. And obviously we had to take her head off because she's a goose. And she's got this big yellow feather belly, great big giant yellow feet, and I had to get her in my tiny little car and take her to hospital. And I sort of folded her feet in, sort of left one of them hanging out the window, put her wing into gear, you know, and took her up the hospital and said, my friend, who's not really a goose, but she's hurt her leg. And it was really... How do you explain it, you know?
I did a similar thing, but it wasn't, you know, panto costume or anything, I suppose. Actually, it's deathly dull in comparison, because I was just wearing jeans. But I wore jeans to meet a friend I hadn't seen for about 20 years, and we agreed to meet up in this very fancy, let's just call it a hotel in London where you go for high tea. If you know what I mean. It's quite famous for that. And I pitched up. Now, I hadn't seen him for 20 years, I say, so I thought I was looking quite Kate Moss. It might sound Jeremy Clarkson, what I'm about to describe, but I thought it was quite Kate Moss. I had cowboy boots on, jeans, a top, and a little black blazer, and, you know, a nice bag and all that. They wouldn't let me in. Wouldn't let me in. And this horrible, mean, nasty man would not even let me through the door. And when the door opened, I was saying, well, can I just tell my friend, you know, that I'm here, because he's wondering where I am. He looked at me like I was about to dash across the floor of this very posh place, and he'd have to wrestle me to the ground while I went, Owen, what did you do then? In the end, you have to borrow something from their cloakroom to wear. And
what was it?
It was this black skirt that was about 47 sizes too big. And I had cowboy boots on. I hadn't shaved my legs or put moisturiser or anything. And I had to clip across the floor of this very posh place with all these ladies with bouffant hair and plucked eyebrows going, well, I've seen her on Loose Women in a dress suit.
I tell you what, though, I went to a posh hotel. It was for an audition for a film, and it was to play a tarty kind of girl, you see. So I thought, well, sometimes you go dressed as the character. So I thought, well, no one will see me, so I put, like, ripped tights, skirt up to my bum, and, like, you know, things hanging out and lipstick all over me.
What made you think no one would see you, Sherrie?
because my mate took me to the back entrance, and you went in the back entrance, and you went up this little lift to where the room and where you were being auditioned, so that was fine. Right. So got into the lift, went in, did the audition, they went, oh, thinking I'm always dressed like that. So came out the door, turned the wrong way, and went into the main part of the hotel, which was very posh. Went down, and I thought... So anyway, just saw this lift, pressed it, and then it opened into this magnificent reception with those people going, oh, my God! And immediately I was snatched by the doorman and said, not in here, you don't, and threw it out.
I was going to say, because if you'd stayed, you could have made a fortune that afternoon, couldn't you?
I know that doorman. You wouldn't have needed the job you went for.
Anyway.